Guy, and I'm back with another wine review, rounding out this end of the year. Can you see me? You know, this is a nice little stout, stocky bottle of wine here. But for those who are new, these are wines I like to call everyday drinking wines. Wines that you can find where you shop for wine, a wine shop, a grocery store, a liquor store. You will be able to find these wines, they're everyday drinking wines. I make a selection of these wines to give them a taste and give you my opinion of what I think about these wines, utilizing the infamous thumb rating system. My hat seems kind of off. But thumbs up says I recommend that wine. It's a pretty solid wine. You know, can't go wrong with it. Good value. 3/4 is a wine that I would be willing to share with my friends. And I keep quite a few of these bottles on hand to share with my friends. Halfway, ooh, something about that wine did not work with my palate, but I'll let you know what it was. Doesn't make it a bad wine. It just didn't work for my palate. Thumbs down, always an easy one. Every now and then there's the infamous double thumbs up. That wine comes highly recommended, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed it to give it a double thumbs up. But I want to hear your opinion. Okay? Remember, it's always let your palate be the guide. So, here we go. We're going to be sampling, reviewing the Three Finger Jack coming out of Lodi, California. They call this the East Side Ridge, you know, close to the Sierra Mountain foothills, you know, out of Lodi. This is 2021, aged for 9 months, and a little bit of a combination of both French and American oak. Alcohol is coming in at 15%. This is like a throwback to Lodi. Remember the Lodi wines of the 90s? You know, where the alcohol levels were like at 15%. Some Zinfandels coming in at 16%. You know, really big. Some wines like hot. That's Lodi. Well, 15% alcohol coming out of Lodi. You'll find this retail anywhere from $12.99 to $17.99. Wow. So let's check this out. Three Finger Jack. So Three Finger Jack, you know, is named after a historical figure, an outlaw named Three Finger Jack that roamed the Lodi Valley back in those cowboy days. So, woo, I can smell that from here, baby. My, does that smell good. Get a look at that color. That color is deep. And you know what? When I say deep, I'm talking like deep purple. But this is Lodi. Okay? And that's what I enjoy so much about Lodi. Lodi and Paso Robles. You know, the wines are going to be like rich and full and deep. And this is what you're going to get here. You can definitely smell that pure concentration of fruit. I mean, I just like some of that from here. You know, it's like blackberries, blueberries, you know, this from here. Wow, that smells good. Let's take it in deeper, see what we got here. You do pick up some of the spice notes from the oak. I'm going to throw a little bit of cranberry in here as well. Oh, that's just, whew. That nose is just nice. It just keeps evolving in the glass. That nose is nice. I need to one day whip out my big goblet wine glass, you know, and do some of my red wines in that one. Woo, man, can you imagine? So that nose is nice. But these glasses, these tasting glasses are very consistent when I'm tasting each wine. So all your wine, white and red, are tasted in the same glass. You know, so there's no cheating. Look at them legs, baby. I hardly ever talk about legs. See if I get close up with this. Can you see those legs on this wine? Look at those legs. Woo, man, that's tense. So, two-step process. We got to taste for acidity. If it's flat, I don't care how much alcohol, I don't care how bold it is, I don't care how good it tastes. If it's flat for me, it doesn't work, okay? I like to enjoy my wines with food. And if I'm going to drink the wine on its own, I want it to be lively. It have character, structure, okay? Here we go. Acidity is really nice on that, okay? Really nice on that. Good tannins. Good tannins for sure, but acidity is nice. Okay, now let's taste it. Wow. Let me tell you, This is a throwback for me. For a Lodi Cabernet. It does not disappoint. It totally takes you back to a time you were drinking wine back in the 90s, during those high alcohol years from Lodi. It was like a competition, you know? Wow. And I love the density of color. It's almost chewy. The structure is nice. I like the presence of fruit. Finish is dry, but a nice finish. Can't wait to have this with some food. Now, this is truly one of those, and I very rarely say this, but this is truly one of those wines that you got yourself a steak, or you got yourself a meat sauce, or you have yourself a nice, juicy, thick burger. Yeah, this is that wine. You know, something straight off the grill. Wow. I got to see if I can come up with something to go with this one, because I don't want this one to go to waste. You know, oh yeah. So, let's get to it. I'm over here fantasizing about food in this three-finger Jack Cabernet. So your three-finger Jack Cabernet, outlaw by nature, they say. 2021, in Wisconsin, I'm going to give this a double thumbs up. I mean, this totally took me back to a time and when I used to really throw down with these big wines. Again, it has good structure, a nice presence of fruit, true to Lodi, old school Lodi style, I want to say. It's, you know, Lodi wines come in this style, and you can find a little bit more eloquent, okay? But they never skimp on that definite ripeness of fruit. So there you have it. Double thumbs up. Give it a try. Ooh, there's the plum. See what you think. Look at that. It's your Wisconsin Wine Guide saying, as always, let your palate be the guide when selecting your wine. And I'll see you next time as I'm rounding out 2024. Ciao.